All right, so if you don't know, pretty much the end banner for pretty much JP, the banner will end on 6/26, which is like 2 more weeks of this DN banner, a pretty long festival. And what you're wondering is like, what will be the next characters that will be coming out? Same with Pelagard. Pelagard is also in at 6/26, so both of these banners will be ending, and a lot of people are wondering like, what will be the next units? And that is what we have today, as we have some leaks, man, pretty much discussing what will be the next unit that'll be coming in these couple of weeks. So right now we are on the Forest Discord. Again, I have used this Discord plenty of times when pretty much discussing characters or leaks that they have put out. Usually sometimes they come out pretty true, sometimes it'd be a little bit let's just say you want to take it with a grain of salt. But this one actually, for the official leaks, came out in terms of the files that we had. Like, that's how we knew how Pelagard was going to come out, because it was in the files from a couple weeks ago. So you can see right here, we also have Percival Grandpa, what's his name, like Vergahees. He has his official art. Now again, we don't know if this is going to be a 242 banner or will this be a 600 banner. As you can see, we also have this as well, which is I guess this is also in the file, which is disasters, which lets you know that catastrophes could be coming soon as well too. And this is some stuff that was just from the story and stuff like that, nothing too crazy. But yeah, and it seems like in terms of the skill cards, you will have a 1 attack card and 1 buff card. Obviously we saw what Pelagard had 2 attack cards, and again they also had it where Lance had posted that Salah, Sabnak, and Citri voice lines are here, and they call their leader somebody called Nephthys. Now, from what people have been telling me is that these voice lines are pretty old. Like, these voice lines are pretty old from last year. So this is just somebody that they probably just sent Lance thinking that it was new, but these are actually very old voice lines from last year. But this is where we get into the beta leaks. I know we always enjoy our beta leaks. So again, we had a Verghese, and pretty much we want to discuss what he will be. So currently he says this is a beta kit, so current info and development and may not be final. So again, take this with all a grain of salt. So we have works on all content, even subslot, question mark, human Percival buffer. Now this kind of resembles the one that we have that is the top 100 one, where pretty much he wants to be paired alongside Percival to help Percival out, but hopefully he is both Percival and humans. And then it says PvE most likely, which cool. And it's some rank up mechanic or cleanse mechanic. Ooh, imagine you had it where this guy was something for humans and he was actually a really good character for Endura. Like, imagine this guy is blue and stuff like that. You can have make a pretty solid Endura team like Lancelot, probably Mazzino, Verghese, where he's just pretty much able to probably cleanse those debuffs or stop those debuffs you may get from the Endura boss. That could be cool. Humans meta for it now. And then ult, same single target stun ult. I'm assuming he's talking about from the top 100 one. It says ult control or amplify, and then base that buff either for self or allies, which makes sense because again, he does have like a buff card, and then you know he has an attack card. And then he talks about how he's unsure if it'll be 242 banner or if he's gonna be given for free. Same goes with new weapon, hit, or cosmetics, which it could be a possibility he may be given out for free, just because again a lot of the banner is lining up towards the catastrophe updates. Now let me look up the banner list so you guys can understand what I'm saying, because again, we did have leaks about the catastrophe possibly coming up as well. I just gotta go through up here with the Salos beta kit. All right, so as you can see, I want to talk about Salos obviously kit as well in terms of the beta, but first I want to just show you guys pretty much what I think could happen is that we could see Verghese become a 242 unit banner, and given probably like pretty soon, and then we probably have 3 banners on the floor, or probably happen on coming up pretty soon. I think it's gonna be like what? This is a dead week, so next week is either we're gonna get a banner. So I'm assuming that will be the free banner, right? Which is Vergis, which is probably, or not free banner, but a 242 banner. And then we get into that range where we have from last year with Sobnok, where as you can see, Sobnok came out July 2nd, right? So we could have it where Zelos comes out in that range in terms of the March, close to July type of, I said March, June/July type of thing, where they both kind of entwine with each other. Now, again, last year, Sobnok was a 900 unit banner, but that's because they had that awful season rule. So again, this is a nowadays this season spot is now for 600 units for what we've seen. And I think the only time I've ever seen the 600 units was what, Percival. That was like the season, which is, I think was like Percival for Forkoa. And then we also had Hail, what we just got this year for what, spring. Hail is for spring. So now we're looking for that summer seasonal, which should be a broken character, which means we might get Celos in this spot as a 600 seasonal character. That could be really good because again, that is going to be more buff to unknowns, which I know a lot of people hate, but this is what she has in terms of the beta. Again, it is a beta, so again, take this at a grain of salt. That's why I feel like this character right here could be coming up in that July/late June range, and that Vergis banner will be a 242 banner because again, she will be the more important character. Plus she's cool, so who cares? But again, yeah. So this is a beta kit. So we have Nightmare, Salos or Salos. She will be unknown, just like Sobnok. And then she's the second sister of the 3 Nightmare sisters. Again, there's Sobnok, Salos, and then Citri. And then Salos is the second sister of Nightmares appear and terrorize the catastrophe. Salos' gimmick and personality is all about self-harm and blank. Some of the catastrophe has suffered from thoughts in their past, and Salos in here to amplify it. So makes you want to like harm yourself. And then Book of Shadows. The weapon you change on this unit is the book. Does she even have a book? Oh, it's on her chain. So I'm like, where's her book? And then she has a Grace, Dupe Hunger, obviously, just like probably like Sobnok. The bond will increase survivability of anyone who wears the bond. It can be worn by anyone as is not restricted to unknown passive. Don't know what that means. Pretty vague. Maybe it's something with do with recovery or lifesteal. Who knows? And then self-harm mechanic. It's unclear if it's like Yua, where she reflects damage taken, like Tyr, where she gets stronger the lower HP she has. Could be something like that, where she's hurting herself, and obviously the lower her HP is, the more damage she will do, which could be really good alongside of Hail, who pretty much has the whole gimmick where you have the retrogression to prevent you from dying. And we'll have 1 AoE attack and 1 single target attack. Sobnok has 2 AoE, Cells have a mix, and Citri have single targets only. So they let you know what Citri will be, which is pretty cool. We'll have a debuff mechanic like Sobnok. Obviously, the same thing with Sobnok, where she applies those debuffs. And then obviously a random passive will happen. Again, it could be something different though from what Sobnok is. We'll have to see. And we'll have a mechanic where you need to attack twice with her or the team to proc the passive. You need to do a combo. Sobnok also had that combo thing, so I don't know if they're gonna have it where all 3 of the sisters will have like a passive where obviously it's combo base. Will increase your own stats, and allies will lower enemy stats. That's pretty nice. We'll have a Berserk Estrosa debuff, in a way where after certain hits you get your stats lowered. So kind of like what's the thing called? What's it called? I would say extort. Nah, that's not extort. It's like the red debuff that Blue Estrosa does. I can't think of the name right now. When he dupes, it's not a 1 out of 6 units. Sounds about right. Another revive mechanic takes this one with a big grain of salt. So sound like she does have a revive mechanic, but it could be where it's like, man, imagine that part of her passive was revive mechanic. That is the dupe part about it. And depending on how many dupes you have, the more time she can revive, because obviously she wants to like, you know, die every time or have low HP. That could be interesting. And then again, a single target new debuff card makes sense. And an AoE attack with mixed effects like Pierce, crit chance, to crit damage, which could do really good damage in the meta, especially if you're rocking unknowns. And then an ultimate is an AoE stacks with dupes, supply debuffs, increase salus to ally stats and damage. And he said the release date is 26th June. There should be a summer event of this year and will be catastrophe themed with a new chapter. And obviously Celos is the unit. The banner will be like hell, so once you reach pity twice, you'll be able to pick festival / limited units at pity. Celos will get a witch skin like Salnot probably for Halloween or early August. Now, I don't know about the Halloween thing. Again, outfits don't really matter like what the theme is based on, just because again it can be whatever theme. It's just whatever makes money for them technically. But yeah, that's what I feel like. Those two characters are going to be the upcoming units that you want to look out for, which is obviously this Catastrophe Nightmare unit with Celos or Vergis. Again, I feel like he's probably going to be a 242 banner, which should be happening next week. I think that's what it's going to be, 242 banner. And then obviously Celos will be the summer festival or summer seasonal unit, 600 units like hell. And again, she seemed like she could be pretty fun, pretty broken, but we'll have to see, especially because again she is going to be on the unknown, which unknown right now is still currently really good. It's still pretty meta. And again, you still have characters like LR Milim, Hale, and LR Merlin, so she has to be really good to be able to outcompete those three characters. So hopefully she's gonna be really good. Usually 600 seasonals are really good for that time, so that's gonna be fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if you want me to discuss more of these beta leaks. Again, I haven't been doing it for a very long time, so this is a lot I missed out in terms of beta leaks and stuff like that. So I'll make sure to put the Discord in the comments for you guys. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoy. Just some really guys, I'm out. Peace.